Welcome to episode 2 of the Free For All series. Obviously, we just played the last game, just won it. That's why we're at 16-14 ELO. We'll start off this all three very bad openings. Is he trying to play? I don't even know. Like, the London does not exist in this game mode. Obviously, this move kind of sets up a checkmate on red, but blue's never ever gonna just play that because that makes no sense. He's just gonna push for a queen. Is red just about to castle? Potentially not even a bad move, just based on everyone else. This game's not really making very much sense. It's kind of difficult for someone to even navigate this game. Just based off the fact that everyone's just going for a queen. It's not what you're supposed to do in this game mode. That makes no sense. I may as well get Fee and KO going and just protect my own king to weather out this storm that's about to happen, because now this is opened up. Red has just opened up to my bishop. Oh, it's not what I wanted to see. So I'm gonna have to play it there. Well, I can't really explain that one. Yeah, it's not a very good move. He's opened up blue's king, but and he's defended with his queen, which is obviously it's not the best that I've ended up having to attack blue's king, leaving up. Obviously, he's lost his queen now, but then again, high level or not high level, higher level. Free for all chess does not apply in this game. Definitely not, because everyone is really low rated, and I am struggling to decipher what the thinking is behind some of these moves, especially when yellow just decided to sacrifice his bishop for a pawn. Didn't really make much sense, so I'm just gonna get this nice formation here. This is a really common formation in this game mode. Right. So blue's queen is being attacked. Obviously, he just made a new queen. He can just drop back and pin it to his king. This knight will probably be lost. I'm gonna see that. Now, will red see checkmate? I don't think so, so that's why I'm just gonna go ahead and play it. Just play it. Why not? And then, if red somehow spots the fact that he's already lost the game, which he didn't, right, so that is red gone. And then blue's obviously going to trade queens because he sees something. You must take it at this level, unfortunately. Yep. Even though that was a very, very bad move, definitely do not trade queens if you don't have to. You only get 9 points for a queen. A queen is probably worth more, way more. We're talking 11, 12 points at least, probably, just because it can see this entire massive board. Especially compared to something like a knight, which is probably not even worth 3, to be honest. Right, so I'm just gonna go through common things that happen in these sort of end games to look for. Obviously, now I'm above the 1500 question mark, sort of level, so people might start respecting, although I doubt these guys look at the ratings, obviously being so new themselves. I don't think it matters too much to them. Right, so priority number 1 is to just get a queen on the board, and to get a queen, you need to push pawns. Obviously, just preparing to push pawns, but I'm just going to target this weak square first. Obviously, I am fully aware I can come in and take this rook. The bishop is probably worth about similar amount to a rook, and especially this bishop being on a light square when all of my pawns are on dark squares, it is probably, not definitely, probably worth more than this rook, which is trapped in the corner, unless he wants to play that. If he wants to play that, I'll happily attack his rook, and his rook will probably come here. But we'll see. I doubt he will do that. Obviously, this bishop, however, my dark square bishop is just free to take this. And his rook moves. That makes no sense. I don't even know what to make of that move. Right. Now if I take this, blue has one free sort of move, and he decides to just push a pawn, of course. This is true low level 4 player chess. He's gonna push, isn't he? Obviously, blue's probably just gonna push a second pawn and just all the way, because why not? Yeah. I don't know, that one was coming. Right, blue is always gonna take this, so all I need to do is defend here, just in case he doesn't, for whatever reason, even though there's a guarantee that he's going to, because 1500 to take. Maybe he won't. He won't. Right, I guess yellow's just got a free queen then. Yeah, well, that's not very good. Where is he going to move his queen? Because obviously he can't move here, because he just loses it. So I wonder, if I push, will yellow take? Oh, you come into my position. Obviously that doesn't actually threaten anything, because this knight is protecting these knights are protecting each other, so nothing is threatened. No, but he does just want to take my rook with his queen, which is obviously a bad trade. I'm just going to leave my rook pointing at this bishop. Obviously he took my pawn for free because he had tempo. Fair enough. Obviously you can never really predict what these guys are going to do, just because they're too bad to be predictable. Just going to slide my rook over. Yellow's probably going to come in for this pawn. Everything in my position is still quite well defended, and this is just going to allow me to just push all the way as far as I can, really. Wow. Okay, so blue's obviously going to take, so am I free to do that? I hope so. I think free rook is better than blue's free rook. Just because it might not be free. Obviously there's a risk that if I play there, blue just moves his rook back, or this way, and yellow would have just taken my bishop for free. I don't want to risk that, because it is really, these guys are really unpredictable. I can't predict them. Yellow is just disconnected, so it looks like I'm not even going to get to take this rook, and it's going to be a 1v1 against blue, where blue has an extra knight and an extra rook. So this is not ideal. This is not ideal. Definitely not the situation you want to find yourself in, because this guy might be proficient in a 1v1 endgame. You never know. You never know. Even if I can somehow make him sacrifice any material, he might still just win, because I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm just slightly these guys. Blue obviously has not played a very good game. Just due to the fact he's see something, take something. I hope he just goes for checkmate on yellow. It looks like he's going to take grey pieces. Ooh, okay, he's going to try and trade off his rook. Now this defends this square. Can he defend this square? Yes. Can he defend this square? No. So I'm gonna get a queen on this square. Hopefully. Yep. And it's not the end of the game, but it is quite close, potentially. Especially now, I'm just gonna go in, take everything with my queen, then just look for checkmate, because checkmate wins me the game, right? This. It's free. And then the next check's going to be here, and I'm going to pick up the rook. And blue resigns. Obviously, he had absolutely no player left. As soon as he let me get that queen, he'd lost the game. There's nothing to be done. We gain 55.7 rating to take us to 1670. So I'll take that. It's not the best executed game, especially even if you are a better player than someone else. You can play all perfect moves. Even if you're the best player in the game, you can play perfect moves or better moves than other people and still lose a game. It's important to bear that in mind. Do not just judge your game based off of winning or losing. Judge it based off of how you won, because otherwise it doesn't really mean anything. But I think this was another great example of how to progress past 1500, understand the game a bit more, and just play very solidly, push for a queen, and win the game eventually. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time in this, whatever I decide to do.